Welcome back to the James Hates Everything channel. Grab a chair, pull up a seat, get a drink, and sit back because today we're talking about AtGames and how there just seems to be some life left in them. If you've been involved in the world of virtual pinball, then you know ever since the launch of the AtGames Legends 4KP, it has been a mixed bag. My 2024 home arcade product of the year has been nothing but problems since it came out. Of course, when it launched, we had massive flipper delay that took the better part of 6 months to fix. We've had pinball packs delayed after delayed. The rare pinball pack was delayed more than 6 months after they took the pre-orders and said it would come out. Most recently, the last 2 months, we've seen massive delays in pinball pack releases. We've seen major outages over key holidays. And just this past couple weeks, we had a firmware release that was bricking the 4KP for a lot of users, which caused me and many other people to ask, are we done with AtGames at this point? How much more of this can we take? They've had tons of layoffs, reducing customer service and customer experience way down. We haven't seen the release of any new 4KP designs since the end of 2024. Everybody's wondering, where is the new products? Well, today, thanks to information gathered by Nix from the FCC filings of AtGames, it does appear there is some life left in this company, and it's pretty surprising. That's right, we are talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Legends HD. That's right, not a 4KP. We are talking about a Legends HD. This is a new HD pinball from AtGames themed for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is something that I don't think anybody saw coming, but here it is. And we have to talk about it because not only are there a lot of great features for this, so for those that have been holding out on the 4KP because of cost, this might interest you. This has some of the features you've been missing and that have had you frustrated. But it's not all good. There's some really weird stuff going on with this table design, and we are going to talk about that. So let's start off. What do you get? First, as I mentioned, this is the Legends HD. So they call it the CE-HD. This is very similar to the original Legends pinball product they released. The difference here, this is coming with a new, more powerful rock chip. So that means the chip in here is basically the identical chip to what is in the 4KP. But since the screens in here are only HD, you have more power to work with. And AtGames is promising full 60 frames per second for all the games. And of course, this one is going to come with that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pinball pack, which it appears is just going to be the one pinball table created by Magic Pixel. Even though this is Magic Pixel, they've stepped up their game. And so we can be optimistic that this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pinball will be something fun and exciting to play. One of the key differences that has been missing from that HD lineup and has HD owners frustrated is the addition of Zen Pinball. That's right, as you can see in the owner's manual of this new TMNT table, it indicates you will be able to play Zen Pinball on this table. Of course, Zen is known for their quality, their recreations of classic Bally Williams tables. Finally, Zen is coming to HD, but unfortunately not for the old HD. You will have to upgrade to this new system in order to take advantage of it. Now, one thing we also find in the FCC filing with this is the table itself. And if you look at it and you're familiar with that Legends 4KP, you will notice the design of this physical cabinet looks very familiar. That's because it appears to be the exact same 4KP cabinet. It's got the cutout for the subwoofer. It's got all the hookups in the back. It's got that same 4KP back box. So By all intents and purposes, from what we can see in this FCC filing, they are taking essentially the 4KP and just putting in a less expensive HD screen in it. Now, will this system work with an SSF kit? It's tough to say. We can guess by the look of the cabinet design, being that it's the 4KP, that it might, but are the rest of the chips and technology involved in the cabinet going to be included so that you can install that SSF kit? It's unclear from the filing, but we can hope, because quite frankly, what makes the Legends 4KP different than some of the other ways you can play these games is that SSF kit. The AtGames SSF kit is absolutely stunning. It blew me away the first time I played it. You can really feel that ball moving across the table. It's impressive. Now, let's talk about the issues. And I'm not just talking about the weird graphics on this table, because it is a mixed bag. We have to assume that some of the images here are only taken for informational purposes. For example, the back glass seems to be a picture of the Data East Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pinball. You'll even notice the logo on that back glass is different than the logo on the back box and the side of the tables. Why is that? That's because the Data East table used that classic 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo that we all grew up with. And you can see here, AtGames from the side art is also trying to use that classic 90s style art. Unfortunately, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle logo that they've used throughout the cabinet design is actually from the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Nickelodeon show that was 3D computer animated. So we're mixing logos and content, which is a very strange decision. Now let's go even further. One of the things that I liked that I didn't mention is there's two features here on the cabinet design themselves that are improved over both the Legends HD and the 4KP. The first is, you'll notice on the control panel, that old D-pad has been replaced with a new kind of circular D-pad. Everybody knows and everybody complains about that touchpad. It's very sensitive, it moves weird. So hopefully this new D-pad, this new circular D-pad that they've included, will make navigation even better. The other thing we can see here is exclusive TMNT art showing the four Ninja Turtles themselves across that apron next to the D-pad. This is a deviation. Typically, this is where AtGames has thrown their own logo, the Legends HD or Legends 4KP logo. That is now replaced with full color Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle art, something people had previously been going to third-party sellers to cover up that AtGames logo. So it's nice to see this included to give you a more overall cohesive design, even if that design is using weird logos. Now, one of the other things you'll find that is missing on this versus the 4KP is that faux coin door and the build plate on the front. Both of those are gone here, obviously cost-cutting measures, and quite frankly, they didn't really add anything anyway. The faux coin door on the 4KP is kind of small. It just doesn't look right to me, and so it being gone, really not the biggest of deals. Everything else here is what you would expect to find. The 31.5-inch screen, although HD, you got the back glass, you got the DMD screen, of course, speakers, all that fun stuff. But here's another negative. This will not include what you need to play OTG. So if you're hoping to plug in a computer to play VPix, all those, well, you are going to have to pony up some extra money. This, again, is something AtGames has done this year, really trying to ramp up the nickel and diming to raise extra money, in addition to all the price increases they've had over the last year. Now they want you to pay to get access to OTG and those USB features. This is a lot closer than anyone knows. So the Legends HD TMNT edition just went through their filing in early July, July 9th. And now we see, again, another hat tip to Nick's. This pinball is gearing up to appear at Sam's Club. As you can see here, the listing is already pre-populated in Instacart. So that means this is likely to show up any day. Now, we've seen no evidence that this new item from AtGames has actually arrived, that it's hit the ports, but it's clearly going to be here very, very soon. So look for that. One of the other things I want to point out that I kind of glossed over earlier is that the UI in this new Legends HD is also appears to be the same as the Legends 4KP. So you get that enhanced kind of pinball carousel that the newer systems have. So it's nice to see that. Is this enough to get you to make the move to upgrade from your existing Legends HD to this new CE HD? So thanks for dropping by. Thanks for watching, and stick around to the end. Make sure you smash that like button. Really does help the channel. And of course, click subscribe, ring the bell for notification for more videos like these. And until next time, have fun.